Welcome everyone as TCI Cable Sports brings you Glenbard football for another beautiful Saturday afternoon. We're at Glenbard West Dushan Field this afternoon as the Hilltoppers of Glenbard West will take on the Blazers of Addison Trail High School. The starting lineups have just about finished being announced, and we'll have a real good contest for you this afternoon as the running game of Glenbard West. We'll see if it can continue to assert itself as it has been over the past few weeks. Glenbard West entered the 5A poll tied for 10th, according to the Associated Press over the past week. They'll be out to try and defend that ranking and continue to progress up the rankings in the poll for the balance of the season.
Addison Trail has won the toss and is elected to receive.
Addison Trail, as you heard, won the toss. They'll be receiving with Glenbard West kicking off. Addison Trail is going to defend the goal to our left as you view it, with Glenbard West defending to the right as you're viewing it. High above Dushan Field, our vantage point, overlooking Lake Ellen. And what a nice day for football. Temperature is probably around 75 degrees or so. A nice light breeze is blowing, enough to stand the flag out almost straight out, but I don't think it'll have a great bearing on the game. Teeing up the ball for Glenbard West, that's Mike Genta.
Glenbard West, Mike Genta, kicking off. Back deep for Addison Trail, number 20, John Gagney, and number 9, John Mendoza.
Mendoza and Gagney back deep for the Trail Blazers. And Mendoza is going to take the ball at the 10-yard line, fakes the handoff to the man sweeping around the other side. That is, it's Gagney that takes the ball. Mendoza was on the fake reverse.
Adam Rio, first and 10, Addison Trail.
Addison Trail comes out with quarterback Randy Gartman, backed with Scott Havlovic, and the tailback, number 1, Mo Bean. You'll be seeing the split end is Charlie Frost, number 83, the flanker John Gagney, number 20, you just saw on the return. And the tight end is Ed Borgstrom, number 81. Gartman barks it. Flare pass over here into the flat. Gagney breaks a tackle and almost breaks a second tackle, gets the ball up to the 35-yard line. It'll be enough for a first down, first and 10, Addison Trail. We have a Glenbard West player down on the field. That's number 41, Mike Cozy. Mike Cozy is the starting strong safety for Glenbard West. Cozy, about the 24-yard line, gets up. It looks like it might be an ankle that is bothering him. Head coach Covert out there with him. They'll take a look and see how he's doing. It wasn't up for a first down, and the ball is spotted at the 35-yard line. Mike's dad, Jim, out there to have a look, too, because he's one of the assistants on this Glenbard West staff. So Gartman uses the little flare pass to get a first down. Motion shown by Addison Trail. Gartman, long count, spins, play action pass, rolls out, gets the ball off just as he's hit. The pass is incomplete. The intended receiver is number 81, Ed Borgstrom.
Broken up by number 33,
Eric Wetzel, who just came in the game replacing Cozy, broke up the pass and the defensive coverage. It brings up a second down and 10. Ball remains at the 35-yard line. So Gartman will take another crack at it. Pass was just about there. It's a short little quick pass as Gagney was the intended receiver at the 45-yard line, or the 40-yard line. The pass was incomplete. Brings up third down and 10 for Addison Trail.
Third and 10, Addison Trail, 35-yard line.
Third and long for Addison Trail. Their opening offensive possession in the opening action. of our contest for you here on TCI Cable Sports, coverage of Glenbard football. Randy Gartman, Addison Trail quarterback. Again, the long snap count, roll out, pass option, and he's going to be sacked. The ball is fumbled, but they'll say he was down. Loss on the play for about 4. It'll bring up 4th down and 14 as Kip Harris was on the tackle. Good pursuit by the outside of the Hilltopper defense. Robin Trippus back to punt for Addison Trail. Takes the snap, gets the punt off. Not a real deep punt taken there by the Hilltoppers. Ball comes across the 45-yard line as Genta is tackled at the 47. And the Hilltoppers go to the offense, 1st and 10 in their own territory. Decent field position to start the contest on their first possession. Harbor, Salyers, Bondrak, Zhang, and Joslin, all the horses for Glenbard West. Rolled up over 400 yards of offense last week against Proviso. Rob Harbor brings them out. Deuce backfield for Glenbard West. Motion shown also. Handoff to the first back through the hole. And tackled almost immediately after getting the ball. Nose guard Joe LaRusso makes the stick. And LaRusso, a stellar defensive play on the first try. A loss of a yard on the play brings up 2nd down 11. LaRusso just cutting through out of that nose guard spot. Fred Capel in motion. Capel in motion for Glenbard West. Passes out this side, and the intended receiver is Kevin Zhang out of his tight end slot.
Incomplete, broken up there by number 41, Jeff Recto.
Pass is incomplete, brings up 3rd down 11.
3rd and 11. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Well, we've seen 1 first down so far in the afternoon. The flare pass to Gagne for Addison Trail. Glenbard West yet to get its offense on track in this first possession. They have a 3rd and 11 as Harbor brings them out again with the split backfield. Motion again shown by the Hilltoppers. It's a pass play. Harbor drops back to pass. Out here in the flat. It's a completed pass. And the Raiders will have enough for a first down as Mike Genta takes the pass from Rob Harbor into Addison Trail territory. The ball is going to be spotted at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10, Glenbard West.
About a 26-yard play, 27 yards maybe.
Nice pickup on the play for Glenbard West. And now they're in Addison Trail territory. Harbor spins, hands to the 2nd back through the hole. He's stuffed at the line. It'll be no gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Bondrak was the ball carrier. And again, you have to suspect that LaRusso was in on the tackle. So Glenbard West has probed the middle of that Addison Trail defense with not much success, but they have been successful to the outside. Harbor looks it over, pitches, running back gets to the outside. That's Salyers.
Quick pitch, number 22, Pete Salyers. Tackle on the outside by number 83, Charlie Frost.
Salyers with a nice gain on the play of about 7-8 yards. It'll set up a 3rd down, and we picked up 7 on the play. We'll call it 3rd down and 3. Ball at the 22-yard line. Stacked at the line.
Inside handoff, number 20.
Salyers stacked up right at the line.
Tackle by number 33.
Loss on the play of about a yard, it looks like. And it'll bring up a 4th down play for the Hilltoppers.
About 5.
Ball moves back to the 24-yard line, so actually it's a 4th and 5 for Glenbard West. And it appears that Mike Genta will be in to attempt the field goal. About a 42-yard field goal attempt. It's going to be short and off to the far side. No good. Addison Trail takes over 1st and 10 at the 20 after the failed field goal attempt, and Randy Gartman brings out the Addison Trail Blazer offense one more time. This is their 2nd offensive possession. We have to reset the chains here to get everything ready to go. And as Gartman brings them out, the crew along the sideline gets it together. And Gartman's ready to go. Quick count this time, handoff, and smacked into backfield. Number 73, Vaughn Fowler, sniping through and doing a nice job of stuffing the running back as Mo Bean took the handoff, and bang, he was down. Loss on a play of 5, call it 2nd down, 15 for Addison Trail. Vaughn Fowler appeared to get in there unscathed. Quick move to the inside for Fowler. Sets up a 2nd and long for Gartman. I formation shown with motion coming at you for Addison Trail. They're going to try a play-action pass again, and Gartman's going to get nailed at the 5 for another loss. Kip Harris breaking through this time and nailing Gartman. Ball moves all the way back now to the 5-yard line. Sets up a 3rd down play.
3rd and about 24.
As the ball has to move across the 30 for a 1st down. So 3rd down and 24, 25 yards to go for a 1st down. Addison Trail with their backs against the wall. They try the running play. It's moderately successful. Mo Bean, the ball carrier, nailed it about the 10-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down and 20. Pick up a 5 on the play. The punter in his own end zone is Robin Trippus. Punt almost blocked. Trippus gets the kick off, though, and snaking his way upfield is Keith Salyers. Or is that Genta? That's Genta that took the punt. And Genta gets it upfield for about 4 or 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 10. The ball at the 36-yard line of the Blazers. Harbor and company bringing it out. Deuce backfield again being shown with the motion for Glenbard West. A pitch back, Harbor, kind of a forward handoff by Harbor.
Inside handoff to Max
Joslin, the ball carrier, gets the ball across the 35-yard line to about the 34. A pickup of a little over a yard on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 9 for Glenbard West. Give me a yard. The defense up the middle for Addison Trail, real tough. Not much going there for Glenbard West. They have had great success to the outside. Would suspect that they would try to keep it going out there. Harbor back to pass. Gets it downfield, has a receiver open. We have a pass interference penalty that's going to be called. As pass interference is going to be called on number 42, Jim Dorsey, I'm sure, as he pushed the receiver just as the ball was getting there. Pass interference against Addison Trail. It'll be 1st and 10 as the ball will move to the 20-yard line. They'll move the chains and the marker. Ball at the 20, 1st down and 10, actually just inside the 20 at about the 19.5-yard line. And it's 1st and 10 for West on the penalty. Clock is moving with 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. No score in the contest. Harbor takes the snap, pitches back. That's Salyers with the ball. Flag on the play, probably holding against Glenbard West. Call on a play is holding against Glenbard West, so they'll move it back. We'll rerun 1st down. Harbor over near the sideline talking with Coach Covert, seeing what he wants to do here on this 1st and what will be a 20 situation for the Hilltoppers. Ball's at the 30, 1st down and 20. Clock just under the 4-minute mark as it stopped with the penalty. It'll start once again as the official signals, and West comes out of their huddle. Salyers and company, the running game for Glenbard West. Harbor looks quick to pass, in the grasp and thrown to the ground as he gets the pass off, and the pass is incomplete. And we have another flag down on the play as the clock will stop once again.
Another flag on the play.
Flag appears to be against Addison Trail. Could be another pass interference call. It's a defensive holding call. Pass interference, defensive holding, as the receiver there, I think, got nailed as he was trying to get upfield. Play started to break down very quickly for Glenbard West as the defense was coming in for Addison Trail, and Harbor was in big trouble. Got the ball off, but thrown down as he got the pass off. It'll say 1st down on the holding call, automatic 1st down, 1st and 10 at the 20 for Glenbard West. Again, the ball not exactly on the 20, probably about the 19.5-yard line. Joslin and Salyers, the split backs. Again, the ball goes up the middle as Glenbard West continues to try and probe the center of that Addison Trail defense.
Number 21, Mike Bondrak, tackle by number 33, Scott Havlovic.
Play being shuttled in for Glenbard West by Fred Capel. Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd down 7 for Glenbard West. In Addison Trail territory near the 15-yard line. Harbor spins, hands off to Bondrak, Joslin rather. Matt Joslin with the carry. Picks up a couple on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 for Glenbard West.
3rd down and 3 for Glenbard West. Ball at about the 13-yard line.
West huddles at about the 25. Long huddle for Glenbard West. They keep this up, they may get a delay of game penalty here. Harbor gets to the line. He's still talking with his running backs about the set. And now they're going to have to call and burn a timeout because they just can't get it straight.
Timeout, Glenbard West.
A lot of confusion. You could see that the huddle was breaking up and then reconvening, breaking up, reconvening, and then they got to the line. They still had no idea exactly what was happening. So instead of taking a penalty, take the timeout early in a contest like this with a good scoring opportunity. Probably a pretty decent decision for the Hilltoppers. Timeout on the field. Tell you what, we'll take this pause on TCI Cable Sports. We'll be back right after this.
For the best time on TV, catch the brightest stars, the biggest hits, the best movies on HBO. The Magic of Cher, Susan Sarandon, and Michelle Pfeiffer delights Jack Nicholson, the little devil in The Witches of Eastwick. Nick Nolte stars in the riveting true story of a man sentenced to life imprisonment in San Quentin. Weeds. Richard Attenborough's compelling film about heroism in South Africa stars Denzel Washington and Kevin Kline. Cry Freedom. HBO, the best movies.
Timeout is just about over as Glenbard West wanted to talk about it. Really confused on that last play call. Looked like there were a whole lot of questions out there as they came to the line, so took the timeout, tried to get things straightened out, and now they'll get back at it with a third down and about 3 to go for a first down. The ball deep in Addison Trail territory at about the 12-yard line. Third down. Harbor takes the snap, hands off to the first back through, and he's stacked at the 15-yard line.
Tackle by Vondrack. Ball carrier with Vondrack. Tackle by number 33, Scott Havlebeck.
Vondrack was the ball carrier and got nailed just as he got the ball. We'll see Mike Genta come in again to attempt the field goal. This time a little bit more reasonable distance. He'll spot the ball at about the 21-yard line, so it'll be a 31-yard attempt for Mike Genta. The holder is Rob Harbor. Snap is down, ball is up, the kick is good. 31-yard field goal for Mike Genta. A line drive field goal. It's 3-0 in favor of Glenbard West. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Cinemax, month after month, movie after movie. Cinemax, more than 130 different movies in October. Classic movies, new wave movies, movie star salutes, tributes to movie masters, movies for every movie fan. Plus, Cinemax Originals, from legendary performances to all-star celebrations. What choice?
Just had himself a 31-yard field goal. Genta getting ready to kick off. Mendoza and Gagne back deep for Addison Trail. Genta, arm raised, advances on the ball. Kick is off. It's a squibber. Hits Addison Trail, and it's going to be covered there as the Addison Trail up men, number 83, Charlie Frost, couldn't hand that line drive, and John Guido heads up play, falls on the ball to recover it for Addison Trail. It's a 1st and 10 for Glenbard, for Addison Trail, the ball being spotted at their own 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Addison Trail. 3-0 our score on the strength of a 31-yard field goal by Mike Genta just a few moments ago. Gartman and company back out in the I formation with motion. Gagne coming at you. Takes the snap. Hands off to Mo Bean. Mo Bean, low runner, keeps it to the ground, runs into the official who's running interference there, and Mo Bean picks up about 12, 13 yards. It's a 1st and 10 for Addison Trail. Mo Bean keeping real low to the ground, almost kind of hard to pick out that he had the ball there, but he kept on snaking forward and just put the head down and kept on going. Gagne out of the lineup for Addison Trail. Flanker near side, number 25. That is John Guido. I formation shown by Addison Trail with motion coming at you. Gartman, the quarterback, takes the snap, hands off to the first back through the hole. Short gain on the play. Maybe about a half yard on the play. We'll still call it 2nd down and 10 for Addison Trail. Close to a yard for the pickup, so we'll call it 2nd down 9. We'll change that. Not much running room up the middle for either of these teams so far this afternoon. Both defenses being stingy up the middle. Gagne in motion coming at you. Gartman hands off to Bean. Bean takes it up to about the 45-yard line before he's brought down. Pickup of 2 on the play. We'll call it 3rd down and 7 to go for Addison Trail. Actually, he picked up a little more than that. Let's call it 3rd and 6. end of the first quarter. Our score is 3-0 in favor of the Hilltoppers of Glenbard West. We'll get back to second quarter action right after this timeout on TCI Cable Sports.
Campaign appearances, speeches, rallies, debates, conventions, election night. C-SPAN's unprecedented coverage of the 1988 election will provide more than 1,000 hours of first-run programming. Election 88 on C-SPAN.
One quarter of play is out of the way. Glenbard West on the strength of a 31-yard field goal by Mike Ginta, taking a 3-0 lead in the first quarter. Addison trail with the ball at the 45-yard line, just nosing the 45. It's a third down and long 6 to go for a first. Clock's reloaded. The officials seem to have everything in order. Addison Trail coaching staff leaving the field after talking with their charges. And the Blazers are going to get back at the offense here. Randy Gartman with Gagne in motion. Gartman, the quarterback, barks it. Play action pass, pulls up. He's going to hold it and get stuffed at the 40-yard line. A loss on the play, and it'll set up a 4th down and 11 with Landry on the tackle. A 4th down and 11 for Addison Trail. Trippus back to punt. Capel and Genta, the deep backs for Glenbard West. Snap goes back. Trippus almost blocked, just over the outstretched fingertips of the West defender. And moving upfield for Glenbard West is Fred Capel. Brechtel with the tackle for Addison Trail, and it's a 1st and 10 with the ball in Glenbard West territory. Ball being spotted at the 39. 1st and 10. Great day for a football game. Weather is absolutely beautiful. Glenbard West with the deuce, coupled with the motion. Handoff to the running back, number 22, Keith Salyers, into Addison Trail territory. Tackle at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10, Glenbard West. Ball spotted just nosing the 50. So right at midfield, Harbor and the Hilltoppers have the ball. 1st down and 10. Handoff there to Joslin. And Joslin breaks a tackle or two and picks up about 8 yards on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and short with the off-tackle play.
A gain of about 9 yards by Joslin. Brings down a 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2 for Glenbard West. Again, a long conference for a huddle for the Hilltoppers. Harbor back to pass, straight drop back, gets it out here, and Zing, the intended receiver, has the ball slip right through his grasp, but we have a flag on the play. From where it was thrown, it's a pass interference call, almost assuredly. Now we'll just have to see against whom. It's against Glenbard West. Offensive pass interference, as Zing probably pushed off as he made his cut to get to the outside. So kind of a compound mistake there for the offense of Glenbard West. Ball moves back into Glenbard West territory, and they'll spot it at the 43, 44-yard line. It'll be a second down play. It's a loss of down on the play, as they say Zing was blocking as he was downfield.
Loss of down.
Second down and 17, 18 yards to go.
17.
Actually, it should be third down. Now they're going to correct it and see. It is third down. Third down, 18 yards to go for a first down. Costly penalty for Glenbard West, as they had it cooking in Addison Trail territory. Now they're back in their home turf. Harbor drops back to pass. He's being zeroed in on, gets rid of the ball and tackled immediately as he gets the reception. Number 21, Mike Vondrak, took the pass and he was nailed immediately. Again, a little bit more of a loss on the play. Hilltopper offense moving the wrong way on that series. Brings up a fourth down play. And we have about a fourth down and 21, 22 yards to go for a first down.
Fourth down, Harbor back to punt.
Harbor will drop back into punt formation.
20, John Gagne, and number 9, John Mendoza.
Gagne and Mendoza back for the Blazers. Harbor unloads a punt. Bounces at the 10-yard line and is going to be down at about the 6. First and 10, Addison Trail, as Rob Harbor ignited one. And we have a flag down on the field. Flag down on the field against whom we don't know at the moment. The referee's counsel at the 45-yard line. We'll see the preliminary call here. Illegal procedure against Glenbard West. And Harbor's magnificent punt is going to go for naught. So we'll have to reset it all as Gagne and Mendoza will drop back deep. And they'll move the ball back 5 yards. And it'll be fourth down and 33. So Harbor with a beautiful punt that time. Let's see if he can duplicate it, because they need the good one here. Harbor takes the snap. It's high, gets it, and gets it foot into it, sends it again. Another rocket taken by Addison Trail. This time, the Addison Trail receiver is Nick Santiamino. Vondrak gets the tackle with the ball being spotted at the 25-yard line. First and 10, Addison Trail. Nick Santiamo takes the punt. Ball at the 25-yard line. Significant gain in yardage for Addison Trail. Gagne in motion. Mo Bean, the up back, in the eye. Gartman, the quarterback. Hands off to Mo Bean. Mo Bean trying to go over the right side. Gets not much. Maybe a short gain. Tell you what, let's make it a no gain. Second down, 10 yards to go for a first down. Ball still sitting at the 25-yard line, as Mo Bean was overturned at the 25. Gartman drops back to pass, flares it to Nick Santiamo. And it didn't look like the receiver was ready for the ball. He turned and the ball was there and he just couldn't locate it. Got his hands up, but it was beyond him already at that point. So no gain on the play. Burn the down. It's third down, 10 yards to go for a first down. Play call comes in a little late, but it looks like they'll be in good shape as Gartman brings them up to the line. Takes the snap. Hands off to Mo Bean, who's stacked up for about a 1-yard gain. And it'll be a 4th down and a punting situation coming up for the Blazers of Addison Trail. Genta and Capel go back in deep punt coverage for Glenbard West. Trippus is the punter for Addison Trail again. Snap comes back, he handles it, gets the kickoff. A high punt that's going to come down at about the 30-yard line. And Capel takes it. He's being dogged down. And we have whistles on the play as the ball is being spotted at about the 26-yard line. And they are, I think there was a fair catch called for. If that were the case, then Glenbard West is going to be penalized because he muffed the ball, then picked it up and started running with it. Delay of game is the call. It's a 5-yard penalty against Glenbard West. And he'll move the ball back, so the ball at the 26 will move back to the 21, and it'll be 1st and 10. No, they're not moving the ball. They're spotting it at the 26. Ball is going to be spotted at the 26, and that's where the series will start for Glenbard West.
I don't know what the call is, Lee. What is it?
A delay of game penalty called against Glenbard West on the use of the fair catch signal.
First and 10, Glenbard. At about the 27-yard line.
And now they'll take and mark off the yardage, and it'll be at the 21, 1st and 10. Well, I'm a little confused because now this is showing up as a 1st and 15.
Looks to be 1st and 15.
So 1st and down and 15 yards to go, and it's going to stand if they snap it.
How's it going? Fine.
Harbor takes the snap,
Harbor back.
play action pass, tosses the ball. Ooh, incomplete pass. And we're going to have an illegal receiver.
Pressure put on by number 15, Jason Schumacher.
Schumacher with heavy pressure on Rob Harbor. He dished off the ball. We're going to have a penalty against Glenbard West here, as that's probably an illegal receivers situation, and that'll move it back probably another 5 yards. So some mental errors for Glenbard West at this point. Illegal receiver. It's a loss of down. So it'll be 2nd down and 20 for Glenbard West. 2nd and long. Ball is now at the 11-yard line. And then we have this all ferreted out. Ball's at the 11. 2nd down. Harbor, hands off, fumble on the play. And it looks like Glenbard West has recovered at the 10-yard line.
Covering by number 65, Tim Elliott.
No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down.
Saved by number 31, James Cahill.
3rd down and 26 yards to go for a 1st down. Long yardage. And this is 2 straight offensive series for Glenbard West, which they've moved in the wrong direction with almost every play. Handoff taken there by Joslin. He gets the ball back to near the original line of scrimmage at about the 25-yard line where he's tackled. It'll bring up 4th down and 11 to go for a 1st down for Glenbard West. We suspect that we will see Harbor drop back to punt for the Hilltoppers as Santiamo and Mendoza go back.
9, John Mendoza. Harbor deep to punt.
Harbor takes a high snap, gets it down, and gets the punt off, an end-over-end punt. It bounces. Santiamo looks, but said no, because there are 5 green shirts and white helmets standing around the ball. Discretion, the better part of valor for Santiamo. Ball is 1st and 10 for Addison Trail at the 40-yard line for Addison Trail in their own territory. Clock rolls. 5 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the half. Addison Trail down by a field goal. Mike Genta getting a field goal for Glenbard West, a 31-yarder in the first quarter. Mo Bean, the I-back, takes the handoff and slips forward for a couple of yards. Call it pickup of 2-3 yards on the play, brings up a 2nd down 7 for the Blazers of Addison Trail. Actually 2, so we'll call it 2nd down 8. Gartman, the quarterback. Hands off. No. Play action pass. He pumps once. Whoa! Vaughn Fowler with an outstanding defensive play for Glenbard West as he chased down Gartman. Gartman pumped once to try and get his receiver a little bit further downfield and then tucked it back in to try and get some space to throw outside. But Fowler was there and hog-tied him and bulldogged him down for a loss on the play. Ball moves all the way back to the 35-yard line where it's 3rd down and about 16 yards to go for a 1st down for Addison Trail. Play action pass, flares over here to Santiamo. Santiamo met by 2. Glenbard West Hilltoppers. A 3rd comes in the person of Kevin Zhang to finish off the tackle. It'll bring up a 4th down and a punting situation for Addison Trail. Trippus back to punt for Addison Trail. Genta and Capel back again in deep punt coverage. So these two teams whacking away at each other here with only a field goal separating them. Trippus gets the punt off, comes back to, that is Genta. Genta gets around to the outside. He's going to be tackled at about the 33-yard line, and there's a flag down on the play.
Tackled by number 41, Jeff
Brechtel
Brechtel.
with the tackle.
There is a penalty now. Penalty flag.
Clipping called against Glenbard West. And move the ball back again. So where they've had decent field position, penalties have injured the offense for Glenbard West. This ball moving back 15 yards. Well, they'll start the drive 1st and 10. The ball at the 18-yard line. 17-yard line. 1st down 10 for Glenbard West. The Chains not getting caught up with the action here, but they will be there shortly as the crew moves it along the sideline. Clock winds with 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the half. Harbor hands off, first back through the hole, pops a tackle, and gets upfield to the 25-yard line. Nice run by Mike Bondrak.
On the carry, number 81, and Borgstrom on the tackle, finished off by number 26, Shane Smith.
Borgstrom and Smith combined for the stop for Addison Trail.
2nd and about 3.
2nd down 3 for Glenbard West. Handoff. Joslin, the running back, takes the handoff from Harbor and gets enough for the 1st down as the ball moves to near the 30-yard line. Borgstrom with the tackle again for Addison Trail. The ball just nosing the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Clock continues to roll with 2.5 minutes left in the half. Now they move the ball back A last-minute substitution is going to have to take place for Addison Trail as number 50 is running off the field. They may be a man short. Now they'll get the extra man on. Harbor looking over the situation and waiting, where he had a golden opportunity to go against a defense that was going to be one man down. Now finally, hands off, and no gain on the play. Salyers, the running back, nailed for no gain. Second down, 10. Salyers, the ball carrier. And he actually loses about a yard on the play, so it'll bring up second down, 11. Jason Schumacher had to leave just before the play was getting started. He was replaced in the lineup. He's back in there now. Appeared to have had an equipment problem. Harbor looks it over, takes the snap, pitch back. Salyers with the ball, and he'll get about 10 yards. Santiamo on the tackle, but it looks like we might... No, we have a first down. It looks like there might be a flag down over on the other side. I can't tell if that's a flag. Holding against Glenbard West. Tough day at Black Rock as far as the penalties are concerned for Glenbard West, so it negates a first down carry by Salyers, and he'll move the ball back, set up a second down and long. Second down and 21, actually, as the ball moved back to about the 22-yard line. Oh, excuse me, at 16 yards to go. Second and 16. And this officiating crew is not popular on this side of the field as we're up in the Glenbard West press box. So Harbor and company with a second and 16. Harbor keeps the ball, breaks a couple of tackles, squirts out of there. He's going to get it down the sideline, enough for a first down. He's going to be tackled in Addison Trail territory as he gets across the 50 to about the 46-yard line. It'll be a first and 10, Glenbard West. It looked like a broken play. Harbor kept the ball and just improvised his way to the sideline and got it going. And enough for a first down. They'll spot the ball at the 45-yard line of Addison Trail. First and 10, Glenbard West. Well, they're trying to call it a quarterback draw up here, but I'll tell you, that was a broken play all the way. Harbor takes the snap, first and 10 at the 45. Paps back to pass. Ball out here intended for Capel, the intended receiver, about 5 yards beyond where he could get to it. Brings up a second down 10. Ball at the 45.
Addison Trail, 45-yard line, 24 seconds left in the half.
Clock winding down. Stops at 24 seconds here in the half. Close game here. 3-0 in favor of Glenbard West. As Mike Genta got a 31-yard field goal. That's the scoring so far in the contest. And Rob Harbor needs to take and look it over because there's some confusion on the play call, and they'll call timeout with 24 seconds remaining in the half. Glenbard West takes the timeout.
Glenbard West.
And you kind of get the scenery here at Dushan Field, looking out over Lake Ellen, the band warming up for their halftime show. Let's take a look at Dushan Field on this pretty Saturday afternoon. Tight ball game, 3-0. In favor of Glenbard West. We have a timeout called by the Hilltoppers as they needed to get something straight as far as their offense is concerned. West huddling, There's the Addison Trail defense moving up on the ball at about the 45-yard line. Timeout is just about over. Addison Trail trying to stop this drive, a 2nd down and 10. And then go in the locker room with a 3-point deficit. That'll be the best of the situations for him. Harbor improvising on a broken play, got a 1st down after a 3rd and long. Harbor now sprints out, looks for somebody to pass to, being chased, gets the pass off. It's incomplete. The intended receiver is number 32, Freddie Capel. He was trying to get the pass interference call, but no go. The official said no. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go for a 1st down. 8 seconds burned on the clock. It's 16 seconds remaining in the half. 3rd and 10 for Glenbard West. Harbor near the sideline, talking with the coaching staff, getting the play call directly from Coach Covert. And he'll take it back to the huddle, call the play, and then they'll bring it out and see what they can do with 16 seconds remaining. Harbor and company bring it to the line. Seeing what they can do here with 16 seconds remaining. Clock rolls. Harbor drops back deep. Gets the ball. Kind of a ruptured duck going downfield. Intercepted by the Addison Trail Blazers.
Down there, tackled by number 22.
It appears that number 42 was back there on the coverage. James Dorsey, he gets the interception. With 4 seconds remaining, we expect that Gartman will just put it in the cooler and run out the clock here in the first half, down by a score of 3-0. No time now to gamble. They get the chain set. Glenbard West defense is set, ready to go. Addison Trail will not even have to come out as the clock rolls and the half expires. 3-0 in favor of Glenbard West. We have halftime coming up. We're going to watch it, kind of get our wits back about us, and then get back to more football in just a little bit here on TCI Cable Sports. 3-0 our score. Stay with us.
Clay is coming home from college, home to Beverly Hills,
Who's he going with? Nobody.
and to his 2 closest friends.
Do you ever think about me?
All the time. Well, you've been away for a long time. I've met a lot of new and interesting people.
This is great. The 3 of us together again, seeing you.
Home to the rich,
How's MIT?
It's weird and stimulating.
All you have to do is relax. I'm going to pay you back. All you need to do is trust me. I don't want to trust you, Julian. I just want my 50K, all right?
the beautiful,
You don't look happy.
But do I look good?
and the out of control.
I think Julian's in a lot of trouble.
This cannot go on forever. You owe me a lot of cash.
What's going on? I'm serious.
He disappears, nobody knows where, and then he comes back like nothing ever happened.
You've been busting your butt for Julian since day one, and it's a waste of time.
Do whatever I can. I'll do whatever it takes. Where is he?
What? Leave us alone.
Julian! Everyone is accountable. Make me understand, Julian. I really want to understand.
Sometimes you can have anything in the world your heart desires, except the way it used to be. Andrew McCarthy, Robert Downey Jr., Jamie Gertz, James Spader.
Check me out. I'm going to make a serious comeback. Great!
Less than zero.
The second half of action in the first half, taking a look at the contest. Glenbard West had 5 first downs to 2 first downs for Addison Trail. Rushing yardage for Glenbard West, 85 yards, a -8 for Addison Trail. Passing yardage, 20 yards for Glenbard West, 14 for Addison Trail. Addison Trail had a total of 6 offensive yards in that first half, with 105 on the board for Glenbard West. Penalties, though, the telling factor for Glenbard West, 7 penalties for 65 yards, took them out of opportunities time and time again. There were 2 penalties against Addison Trail for a total of 25 yards. Glenbard West held the ball for 14 minutes and 40 seconds in the first half to 9 minutes and 20 seconds for Addison Trail, with The Hilltoppers of West cranking off 25 plays to 17 for the Blazers. So that is a look at the first half real quick. The score 3-0 in favor of the Hilltoppers of Glenbard West. A 31-yard field goal in the first quarter by Mike Genta, the difference in the contest here this afternoon. We're just about ready to get started with the second half. As the teams have taken the field, Addison Trail will be kicking off from their 40-yard line. The Hilltoppers will be receiving and moving to the offense first here in the second half of action. TCI Cable Sports bringing you Glenbard football, a beautiful Saturday afternoon as you're watching this on a Thursday evening. Hope you're enjoying the action. It's been kind of a 20-20 game here as far as the yard lines are concerned for both of these teams.
Teeing it up will be number 33, Scott Havlovic.
Scott Havlovic is the distance kicker for the place kicker for Addison Trail.
Number 41, Mike Cozy.
Cozy back on the field after getting kind of dinged early in the first quarter of action. Salyers also back deep, and number 41, that is Mike Cozy, 22 Salyers. And it appears to be number 24, Drew Wade. Havlovic advances on the ball, gets it in the air, comes down, bounces, and picked up about this 12-yard line. Salyers with the ball met and stuck at the 35-yard line, where Harbor and the Hilltoppers go at it, 1st and 10. Charlie Frost being credited with the tackle for Glenbard West, or excuse me, for Addison Trail. 36-yard line is the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers. Glenbard West hopefully will be able to correct that penalty situation that they encountered in the first half. Harbor, hands off, play action pass, and it moves upfield. Bondrak, the ball carrier, picks up about 7 yards on the play. Gagney with the tackle. Second down play coming up for Glenbard West. Picks up 7 on the play, second down 3. We'd like to thank our real good friend Rob Sherrill from the Daily Journal for helping us out with the halftime statistical recap of the game. Harbor hands off. It's over to the left side off tackle. Joslin with the carry. It's close to a first down. They stop the play, to stop the action, the clock rather, to see if it is. It is awfully close to a first down. They may have to measure for this to see. First down. They're going to take and just move it. The chains forward. 1st and 10, Hilltoppers. 10 minutes and 45 seconds here in the third quarter remaining. Harbor and company. And this time, handoff. A nice gain upfield by Mike Bondrak. Bondrak runs for a first down, picks up about 18 yards on the play. Ball moves to the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Santiamo with the tackle for Addison Trail, saving the touchdown because Bondrak was blowing through there and he had a head of steam going. So an impressive gain for Glenbard West on that play. Harbor hands off again. Joslin breaks to the outside, and he's going to be stacked up by Gagney. And Santiamo. And Bavali was also the tackle. Ball moves down to about the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Glenbard West. Glenbard West eating it up on the ground as they have been this season. This time they hand off up the middle, stacked at the line of scrimmage. Salyers is stacked for no gain.
Tackle by number 52, Brad Zilke, and number 33 in the middle, once again, Scott Havlovic.
Zilke and Havlovic with the tackle. Loss of 1 on the play. Call it 2nd down, 11. Ball is at the 15-yard line. Sequence started at the 14. Harbor takes the snap. Pitch out here. Salyers. He gets across the line of scrimmage and then is brought down. Picks up a couple on the play. He'll bring up a 3rd down and call it about 8 yards to go for a 1st down. They can get a 1st down just across the 5-yard line, close to the 4 for a 1st down.
From the 13. This is still not conference, isn't it? Yeah.
3rd down, 8 yards to go. Rob Harbor brings him out. Deuce backfield shown by Glenbard West, as they have all afternoon. Harbor slips, regains his balance, flares out the pass. He's going to be tackled and sacked on the play back near the 25, 24-yard line. Initial pressure being shown by Joe LaRusso, the nose guard, as he blew in there and got all over Harbor. Harbor couldn't get rid of it because all of his receivers were covered downfield. So a good team defense play by Addison Trail stops the offense for Glenbard West. Mike Genta will be in now to attempt another field goal.
About a 40-yard field goal attempt.
It'll be a 40-yard try for Mike Genta. He has a 31-yarder so far this afternoon. Ball is down, kick is up, end over end, no. Off to the near side. Missed it by about 4 or 5 feet from the near side upright. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Addison Trail and quarterback Randy Gartman as the Blazers move to the offense now for their first crack at it here in the 2nd half. 3rd quarter action with 7 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. The telling play in that series defensively for Addison Trail was the sack by LaRusso.
Gartman brings them out.
1st and 10, ball at the 20. Gartman barks it, looks it over, takes the snap, hands off to Mo Bean. Bean slips a tackle, drops the ball. Ball on the floor, on the ground, and we'll see who's got it. And Glenbard West recovers the fumble. Mo Bean had the ball out, stripped out of his hands, and Glenbard West recovers in great field position. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball is being spotted at the 10-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal for Glenbard West. 7:20 and rolling. So what a turnaround in fortunes there for the Hilltoppers. Harbor, hands off. Mike Vondrak powers up to about the 6-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play. Call it 2nd and goal from the 6.
2nd and goal from about the 6-yard line.
Prime scoring opportunity for Glenbard West here in the 3rd quarter. They missed the field goal a few moments ago and then gathered up the fumble by Mo Bean. And here they are now, 2nd and goal. Joslin moves toward the goal line, but boy, he's stacked up just at the last minute. Gets to about the 2 before he's finally nailed. Brings up a 3rd down and goal from about the 2 or 3 yard line, depending on where they mark his forward progress. Brechtel and Havlovic and Dorsey on the tackle for Glenbard West. Ball is spotted at the 2. It's 3rd and goal to go for the Hilltoppers of Glenbard West. Mike Genta getting his kicking tee. See if he may have to come into the game either for a field goal or an extra point is what he'd hope to do. Harbor. And the handoff goes to the running back, Mike Vondrak. And he's tackled for a loss on the play. It'll bring up 4th down, and we'll see Genta come in for an attempted field goal. The spot will be at about the 10-yard line. This will be about a 20-yard attempt for Genta. 3-0 our score as Rob Harbor will take the snap and place it for Mike Genta. Snap is down, kick is up, and it's a line drive kick that is good for the field goal. 6-0 in favor of Glenbard West as they'll be kicking off here in a moment. And we'll be back with that kickoff here on TCI Cable Sports right after this.
Weekends are special this fall on ESPN. A thundering herd of the country's best college football teams are unleashed for ESPN's Saturday stampede of live action throughout the day. Then begin and end each Sunday with NFL football on ESPN. From NFL Game Days previews to football's finest hour, NFL Primetime, with all the key plays from every game. Fall weekends are made for football and ESPN.
Glenbard West had a prime scoring opportunity with a 2nd down and goal at the 2-yard line. Came away settling for a field goal, a 20-yarder by Mike Genta, who now advances on the ball on the subsequent kickoff. Addison Trail will pick up the ball. That is Mendoza. Mendoza gets it up to about the 30-yard line where he is tackled by Blake McLaughlin. And it's 1st and 10 for Randy Gartman and the Addison Trail Blazer offense.
First down, Addison Trail on about the 31-yard line.
Actually, they spot the ball near the 31, so it's 1st and 10 from the 31, we'll call it. Addison Trail pops early from the line of scrimmage.
There seems to be a plethora of flags.
Stadium announcer uses one of those Howard Cosell words. It's an illegal procedure call against Glenbard West. Excuse me, the penalties against Addison Trail, rather. Illegal procedure. Moves it back 5 yards. 1st down, 15 yards to go for Addison Trail. In their own territory, the ball at the 26-yard line. The offensive line firing off a little early for Addison Trail on that play. Gagne in motion. Hand off to Mo Bean. He's stacked up after a short gain on the play.
And number 73, Vaughn Fowler in the middle.
Fowler and Vondrak on the tackle. Picks up a yard on the play. Call it 2nd down. 14 yards to go.
Gain of about a yard.
Blazers bring it out. They show blitz, then back out of it. Trotman and Gartman hands off to Mo Bean. And another short gain on the play. And Vaughn Fowler and Kip Harris. So the combination of Fowler and Harris brings up a 3rd down. And call it about 12, 13 yards to go for a 1st down. Addison Trail has to get the ball to about the 43-yard line to have enough room for a 1st down. Gartman goes back to pass. He's pursued by Fowler. Throws downfield to Gagne. And Gagne will force his way downfield for a 1st down. 2 tacklers from Glenbard West hanging off him. And Gagne stretches out to get enough for the 1st down. Pickup of about 14 yards on the play for a first down for Addison Trail. And a nice play there on the back end of the pass reception by Gagne. Two minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, with Addison Trail down 6-0, 2 field goals. And a play stuffed up by the Raiders, by the Hilltoppers.
Mike Posey in on the tackle along with Kevin Singh and Kip Harris from his end position.
And Glenbard West stuffs up the play. They move the ball back to the 35-yard line. Big loss on the play. Addison Trail will be up against it, second and long. Call it second down, 17 yards to go for a first. As that didn't work at all that time for the Blazers. Gartman, play action pass, rolls out, pitches it over to Mo Bean on the sideline. Bean gets it up just past the original line of scrimmage. Matt Joslin with the tackle. Brings up a third down play, 3rd and 8.
Gain of about 10 yards, 3rd and 8.
Ball at about the 43-yard line, maybe nosing the 44. 3rd and long for Addison Trail. They pulled it out of the burner last time. Can they do it this time? We'll have to see, as the ball will be snapped. Gagne in motion for Addison Trail. Again, play action pass. Gartman passes downfield, gets to his tight end, Ed Borgstrom. And it's out of bounds, but Borgstrom gets enough for the first down. So again, another critical third down conversion for the Addison Trail Blazers.
Ball in the Glenbard territory.
Ball now in West territory. Spotted at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10, AT. So Gartman being able to convert on crucial third down situations. Motion man is Mike Gottschalk. Handoff to Mo Bean. Mo Bean breaks it into the secondary and gets the ball down.
Run by Bean, tackle from behind by Mike Bonner.
To about the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Addison Trail. Mo Bean popped it, got it into the secondary. Mo Bean lost a shoe? No, maybe kind of turned an ankle as he kind of gingerly gets off field after the play. Clock rolls with a minute left in the third quarter. Addison Trail on the move now with a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Ball at about the 26, 27-yard line. Gagne, the motion man. Play action pass as Gartman passes just across the 20-yard line, inside the 20. Ball at the 19-yard line. A pickup of about 6 on the play. Call it 2nd down and 4 coming for Addison Trail.
Gain of about 7, 2nd and 3.
Borgstrom with the reception. Addison Trail showing some push now on this series. Motion man is Gottschalk. Handoff. Ball moves upfield even more, closer to a new set of downs for Addison Trail. The running back is number 44 in this instance, Joe LaRusso. LaRusso, who plays nose guard on defense, bowls it upfield close to first down. It's a 3rd down and 1 coming up. So another 3rd down situation being presented to the Addison Trail offense. They've been successful in 2 here. Running back this time appeared to be Scott Havlovic, number 33, as the quarter expires. And we'll have to see how close they get to a first down as they'll mark it. And they're signaling it as a first down. Yes, a first down. As the quarter ends, Addison Trail in possession of the ball at the 15-yard line. It's 1st and 10, the Blazers, and we have a 6-0 score. Hilltoppers on top by 2 field goals. Mike Genta, the kicker. The offense, as far as the scoring is concerned for the Hilltoppers today, we'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this timeout on TCI Cable Sports.
Meet Chris Parker. She's got a dull night planned with the Anderson kids.
Mom got Chris to babysit for me.
What could possibly go wrong?
Chris, I'm in trouble. Hang up and sit down. I'll be there in half an hour.
But this is the night
My mom's car!
that things get a little out of hand.
Big city scum sucker.
And then go from bad to worse.
The friend is dead.
Adventures in babysitting.
Chris can handle it.
Sarah's probably hanging from the rafters by now. Sarah, hold on!
You won't see it on HBO or Cinemax. You'll see it exclusively on Showtime.
We're back. Fourth and final quarter coming at you here on TCI Cable Sports as the Hilltoppers of Glenbard West are up on top 6-0 on 2 field goals by Mike Genta, a 20 and a 31-yard field goal, the scoring for the Hilltoppers this afternoon. And the Hilltoppers have been moving backwards on this defensive series as the Addison Trail Blazers have continued to convert on critical, crucial third down situations to continue moving toward the Glenbard West goal line. Gartman and company for the Addison Trail Blazer Ball Club. Play action again. Gartman passes downfield. Borgstrom, the intended receiver. It's incomplete. Keith Salyer is on the coverage. Borgstrom would have done well to get that pass. It would have been 1st and goal on the reception. Now it's 2nd and 10, the ball at the 15-yard line. Scott Havlovic and Mo Bean, the running backs for Addison Trail. Play action again. Gartman gets out of the tackle. He brings it upfield, gets it to about the 15-yard line, gets across the 15, the line of scrimmage.
Original pressure put on by number 30, Matt Joslin, tackle by 21, Mike Fonda.
As Matt Joslin blew in and got Gartman, but didn't get him enough to get the tackle. And Gartman made something out of a bad situation. Pickup of 2 on the play, 3rd down and 8 for Addison Trail. Ball is at the 14. Actually, that was a pretty decent play considering what could have been the consequences. Okay, Gartman back to pass again. Flare pass to Mo Bean. Mo Bean gets across the 5-yard line down at the 4, and it looks like it'll be enough for a first down. 1st and goal for Addison Trail. 1st and goal. Mo Bean needed to have probably one more biscuit for breakfast, and he would have been able to break that tackle maybe and get to the goal line. But as it is, it's a 1st down and goal. Ball spotted at the 4-yard line. As Addison Trail has been on the move in this offensive series, wrapping up the 3rd quarter and opening up here in the 4th quarter with 10 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. Gartman and company. Bean out of the lineup. Handoff to number 42. The running back is Jim Dorsey. Gets to the line of scrimmage, and he's stopped for no gain. 2nd down and goal coming up. Harris and Cozy on the tackle for Glenbard West. Timeout is called by Addison Trail. We'll take this pause and be back. 6-0 our score. But the Hilltoppers in danger of giving up a touchdown. Addison Trail 1st and goal from the 4. Excuse me, 2nd and goal from the 4. We'll be back with more right after this.
We meet in all kinds of places.
A man trapped by his past. A woman with an uncertain future.
I didn't know what to do. I was always afraid of him and afraid of what I'd done.
They share a loyalty that could destroy them both.
You owe me something. You'll never be happy until you square yourself.
Robert Mitchum, Jane Greer, and Kirk Douglas in a daring kind of love story out of the past.
Addison Trail wanted to talk about what they were going to do here with 2nd down and goal from the 4. I see Mo Bean has come back into the lineup for Addison Trail, perhaps signaling the offensive thoughts of head coach Paul Parpet. Glenbard West defense could buoy the offense here if they can hold Addison Trail here in the 4th quarter with 10 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the action. Gartman will bring him to the line of scrimmage. Mo Bean is the I-back, the up-back. Number 33, Scott Havlovic. Gagne in motion for Addison Trail. Gartman, the quarterback, rolls out. Far side. He's going to be tackled for a loss at the 15-yard line by Kip Harris. Takes Addison Trail out of a golden scoring opportunity, bringing up a 3rd down and goal with the ball at the 15-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 15. Great defensive play by Kip Harris. As Gartman rolled out to pass, he was trying to isolate himself and the receiver in the corner of the end zone. And Harris was there to stuff up the play. 3rd down, handoff, no, it's a play action pass and an option as Gartman keeps the play. And Barabas will get the tackle well short of any danger for a score, and it brings up a 4th down play as the ball is at the 14-yard line. 4th down and 14.
And about 14.
Now Havlovic kicked off.
Actually, 4th and goal from the 14.
And Mendoza will be the field goal kicker. Gagne the holder. So we've seen those two in punt coverage. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is no good. Slides off to the near side. Glenbard West stops the offensive surge of Addison Trail, preserving their 6-0 lead here in the contest, and they'll take over 1st and 10 with the ball at the 20-yard line. And a great defensive series for Glenbard West. Rob Harbor sprints onto the field. And that has to be a big letdown for that Addison Trail offensive unit. The defense now has to get back out there and make something happen as time is winding down with 8 minutes and 43 seconds left on the 4th quarter stadium clock. Harbor pitches back and moving upfield. Mike Bondrak coming upfield.
Tackle number 41, Jeff Bechtel, and number 20, John Gagne.
Bechtel and Gagne on the tackle. Ball moves from the 20 to the 25.
Gain of about 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
Bondrak is out of the lineup. Salyer's now in at the running back, along with number 30, Matt Joslin. Capel in motion, hand off to Salyers, and he is smacked. Tackle by number 33, Scott Havlovic.
Number 33, Scott Havlovic.
I got to tell you right now, Scott Havlovic is darn near the defensive player of the game for both ways here this afternoon. Loss on the play. Loss of 1. We'll call it 3rd down 6. Harbor pitches back to fumble on the play, and let's see who's got it. Glenbard West retains possession.
Glenbard West recovers.
The pitch mishandled by the running back. It appears to have been Salyers back there.
15-yard line.
Ball rolls back to the 15-yard line before it's recovered by Glenbard West. Brings up 4th down on the play. 4th down and 14 yards to go for a first down. And Rob Harbor will drop back to punt with Mendoza and Gagne. Both being deep for the punt coverage. Harbor gets the punt off. Gagne takes the ball at about the 48. Looks to make the handoff. Bondrak gets downfield and saves any kind of return. 0 return on the punt for Addison Trail. They have the ball in their own territory at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10, Blazers. 0 return, and that was totally credited to the play of Mike Bondrak on the coverage on the punt. Split near side, bottom of your screen, John Guido for Addison Trail. Gartman drops back to pass, and he's going to be tackled, sacked for a loss. Ball at the 40-yard line. A loss of 8 on the play. Bring up 2nd down, 18. 2nd down, 18 yards to go for a first down. Now we mark it as a loss of 7, so to bring up 2nd and 17. But what's a yard among friends?
I haven't been this excited since I saw my last gymnastics meet.
Addison Trail on the O. Big loss on the play as Gartman was tackled for a loss. And we might have a motion penalty here against Addison Trail, as they had a couple of people in the backfield doing something, like moving around. Dead ball foul, illegal procedure, 5 yards, walks them back.
5 yards brings it back, 2nd and 23.
2nd down, 22, 23 yards to go for a first down. Now Addison Trail moving the wrong way via the penalty. Gartman drops back to pass. Screen pass. Mo Bean gets it. Pops a tackle. Gets it up the sideline. Close to the original line of scrimmage. Picks up about 12, 13 yards on the play.
Number 88, Kevin Zhang.
Tackled on the far sideline. Zhang in on the tackle. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line. 3rd down, 11.
12. 3rd and 10.
Gagne in motion. Gartman. Play action pass. Rolls out near side. Gets it downfield. And it's received there by John Guido. The ball at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, Addison Trail. John Guido, the wideout, who's been running up and down this field all afternoon long. In his first opportunity at a pass reception, he bobbles it but makes it good. They spot the ball at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for Addison Trail. 6-0 our score. This could end up being a real close ball game, closer than it is right now. If Addison Trail takes this in and scores the touchdown and the extra point, they have a chance to go up on top. Mo Bean cuts back, slashes, and gets upfield to the 30-yard line. Flag on the play. It's going to be a face masking call against Glenbard West.
There's a flag.
Face masking penalty against Glenbard West as Mo Bean was slashing away against the grain for the run. And the ball will move 15 yards downfield on the face mask personal foul. Ball will be spotted at the 15-yard line. 1st down and 10 at the 15 for Addison Trail. Recipients of that gift on the face masking call after the run by Mo Bean. Gagne in motion. Bean and Havlovic, the running backs. Play action pass. Gartman throws it out of bounds, incomplete, as he's being forced out of bounds on the coverage, or the pressure rather, Scott Landry. They call him Buddha. Second down, no gain on the play, and 10 yards to go for a first down. First down will be at about the 5-yard line. They get across the 5, it'll be first and goal. So Addison Trail moving down the field once again. This is frighteningly reminiscent of just a few moments ago. Gartman, play action pass, rolls out far side. Ball is going to be no, they're going to mark the ball down at the 4-yard line. First and goal at the 10, at the 4. First and goal at the 4. What are we doing? Repeating the script here today? I don't believe it.
First and goal on the 4.
This is deja vu. First and goal from the 4. You feel like you've been here before? You were just about 4 or 5 minutes ago. Gartman this time down. We'll see if he can put the Addison Trail Blazer Ball Club into the end zone. Gagne in motion. Havlovic and Bean the running backs. Gartman, play action pass into the end zone. Borgstrom there. Touchdown, Addison Trail. A diving catch, scraping the ball off the ground. Ed Borgstrom takes the pass from Randy Gartman for the touchdown. Our game is tied 6-6 with 3 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in the game. Gagne will be the holder for Mendoza, as the attempt for extra point by number 9, John Mendoza, can take and put Addison Trail on top in this contest. They want to take a timeout. And the Addison Trail takes that timeout to assess what they're going to do. Perhaps there was something that the coaching staff saw that they wanted to make sure of before they got into the kicking situation. Tell you what, we'll send it back to the studio for a brief pause here, and then we'll be back for the try for extra point. TCI Cable Sports with a barn burner, 6-6, Addison Trail and Glenbard West.
It is coming. Every night at 7 and weeknights at 11.
I can hear it coming in the air tonight.
Hold on for the very first Vice of all. A special 2-hour premiere on USA. Monday at 7, 6 Central.
John Mendoza is going to try the extra point after the touchdown pass to Ed Borgstrom. A 4-yard TD pass from Gartman to Borgstrom. Mendoza is going to get a lot of heat from the outside. Kick is up. It is good. 7-6. Addison Trail scores the touchdown and extra point and goes on top of Glenbard West with 3 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in the game. And we have a barn burner here for you today on TCI Cable Sports coverage of Glenbard football. Glenbard West will be getting this kickoff and seeing what they can do offensively. They need to pull a rabbit out of the hat because they're a point down. We were just talking in the timeout. This was a scoreless game last year and went into overtime. Addison Trail scored a touchdown and an extra point. Glenbard West scored a touchdown and missed on the 2-point try to win the game at about the half-yard line. Bitter memories for the Hilltoppers of Glenbard West. Can they overcome it here? As the kicker is going to be Scott Havlovic. Scott Havlovic, who's been involved in this game today. Some kind of play by this kid. He's been in a lot of tackles. We've been calling his name a lot on the tackle. We've been seeing him playing offensively in that up-back spot in the I formation. And now he's kicking off his second opportunity. He kicked off to start the half. So now let's see what's going to happen. This is getting to be a nail-biter for both sides of the bench. Havlovic's kickoff comes down to Salyers. Salyers jukes and dukes. Gets the ball up to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Glenbard West with excellent field position on the run back by Keith Salyers. Nice job by Salyers taking the kickoff and moving it upfield to the 40-yard line. Actually spotted at the 41, 1st and 10. Well, you can't ask much more of your kickoff return guys than you got from Keith Salyers there. Got it upfield. No problem as far as handling the ball. Kept control of it. Now Rob Harbor and the Glenbard West Hilltoppers are going to have to see what they can do about getting it downfield. Harbor drops back to pass, sprints out near side, stops, gets the ball downfield. Incomplete pass. The intended receiver is number 23, Mike Genta, who's been the scoring star for Glenbard West with 2 field goals. He would have fixed himself firmly in place as one of the stars of the game if that reception had been made. In and out of his hands. A catchable ball by Genta goes out incomplete, sets up a 2nd down 10. Ball at the 41-yard line. Stops the clock with 3 minutes and 24 seconds remaining. Glenbard West may need to concentrate on getting a 1st down here instead of trying to go for the big bucket. And now Glenbard West is going to have to burn a timeout as they talk about it and set up something offensively here with a 2nd down and 10. Time waiting in the game, 3 minutes and 24 seconds. We'll catch our breath in this nail-biter. 7-6, Addison Trail on top of Glenbard West.
We could have called it Return to Remote Control. We could have called it Escape from Remote Control. We considered the new Leave It to Remote Control. And there was even talk of Remote Control to the Colbys. But at MTV, we don't believe in phony hype. Announcing Remote Control, the next generation. All new episodes with all new contestants fighting their way to an all-new Craftmatic adjustable bed. Remote Control. New shows, new fun, new weirdness. Same old channel, MTV.
We're back as the teams have talked about some strategies here. Coach Jim Covert still out in the huddle of his Glenbard West Hilltoppers, and he is really talking at them. The game is on the line here with 3 minutes and 24 seconds remaining. There's still plenty of time for Glenbard West to get the ball down the field and do something here. But they got to get to action here. They got to get something done. And a good time to do it would be here on this 2nd and 10 situation. Harbor drops straight back to pass. He's going to be sacked as Addison Trail gets in on him on the blind side. A sack by number 81, Ed Borgstrom, who now figures into the touchdown that puts him up on top and the play that puts him back or back deeper in their own territory. Borgstrom coming in from the blind side of Rob Harbor. Loss on the play, big loss on the play of about 8-9 yards. Brings up a 3rd down. We'll call it 18 yards to go for a 1st down. Nobody picked up Borgstrom coming in from the far side. Came boring in on Rob Harbor and nailed him. Clock rolling with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the game. Harbor back to pass and gets the pass at the 35-yard line. The reception made by Matt Joslin. And Scott Havlovic's name comes up one more time with another tackle. It's 4th down and 16 yards to go for a 1st down, and you'll see Glenbard West going for it here now. As they have got to put it together. Good chance that they'll get the ball. If they have to give it up here, there's a good chance that they may be able to get it one more time. But the clock continues to be the enemy of the Hilltoppers here this afternoon with 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining. Harbor back to pass. Gets it downfield. Incomplete pass. It's a 4th down. And that means the ball goes over on downs. 1st and 10 for Addison Trail at the 36-yard line. Clock stops with 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining in the game. Our score is 7-6. Can't get it any closer than that. 1st and 10 for Addison Trail. Ball at the 35-yard line. Randy Gartman will bring up the Addison Trail Blazers to the line. Gagne in motion. Spin and handoff to Havlovic. They'll try and keep it on the ground. The clock rolls with under 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. Picks up a yard, maybe a yard and a half, close to 2 yards on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 8. Landry with the tackle. Ball across the 35 to the 34-yard line. 2nd down. Waiting for the play to come in. Time a-wasting. We're nearing 1 minute in the contest. Gartman gets the call. Gets his troops out. They'll line up. 1 minute to play exactly in the game. Motion is Santiamo. Handoff. Flag on the play. The running back is Havlovic. And he's stacked up, but the clock will stop with 47 seconds remaining. Barabas on the tackle and a flag on the play just as the ball was snapped. 3rd down is coming up. They're going to decline the penalty of illegal procedure. Declining the penalty will keep the clock stopped with 47 seconds remaining. Gartman will get another call. And the way we're going now, we may see that Hail Mary thing at the end of the contest. Clock does not roll. The play was out of bounds on the far side, as we're hearing and seeing. 47 seconds. Gagne in motion again, as he's been most of the afternoon. That flanker in motion across. They hand off to number 44, Joe LaRusso. LaRusso busts a couple of tackles, moves the ball down to the 25-yard line, and that looks close to a 1st down. We have a flag down on the play. We've got a lot of handkerchiefs coming out here today. The penalty is against Glenbard West as the Addison Trail players get real excited. Personal foul against against Glenbard West. And that may very well be tacked on to the end of the play. It's short of the 1st down. This was a 3rd down play. And they'll add the penalty. And it's a 1st down. It was a 1st down anyway, but Ball is inside the 15-yard line at the 13. 1st down with 40 seconds remaining in the contest. They wind the clock. Gartman brings out the Addison Trail Blazers. And the ball is snapped as Gartman falls on the ball. Timeout is called by Glenbard West with 29 seconds remaining. And it had to go late into the 4th quarter for Addison Trail, but they have scored and kicked the extra point. Timeout on the field as Glenbard West takes time to try and conserve the clock, hopefully do something to get the ball back and maybe get at least one shot at it before the game is over. Takes any kind of old score to get it going here. There's only a point separating these two teams. Coaching staffs leave the field. The chess game continues. There was a loss on the play of about a yard or two. It's 2nd down. We'll call it 11 yards to go for a 1st down. 1st down will be at the 3. But we expect to see Gartman again fall on the ball. The clock rolls with 25 and counting. And that may very well be the last play of the game. Game is going to be over. I don't even think Addison Trail will ever come out of the line, out of the huddle. Addison Trail will win this game 7-6 over Glenbard West as the clock is winding and winding and winding. 3, 2, 1, 0. The game is over. Addison Trail beats Glenbard West 7-6 on this Glenbard football coverage by TCI Cable Sports. We hope that you enjoyed it. As much as we hate to say that the hometown guys are the losers this afternoon, but it was a well-played game for both teams. Addison Trail prevailing by the narrowest of margins. We want to thank our camera operators, Fonda Moyers and Sharon Nowak. Our producer-director, as always, Scott Cherry. The TCI Cable crew thanks you for joining us. Be with us next week for our